So it might look pretty and some people might make them into jewelry, but this can actually prove to be a very dangerous thing to humanity. So a while ago I wanted to make some kind of awareness to the Geminid meteor shower. So I talked about meteors and I made a sketch of meteors crashing through my house. The chances are that if you watch my videos, that is probably one that you consider one of my funniest. But back in February, a meteor crashed in Russia and it was pretty significant because it hurt a lot of people. And I feel like I want to balance the information that I can put out there on YouTube about the seriousness of meteors. When there's a meteor shower, most of the debris that falls through the atmosphere is really tiny. In most cases, every meteor you see burning up is from a rock the size of a grain of sand. It's so tiny, but every so often, larger pieces of rock will fall through the atmosphere and can pose a more significant threat to us. But because of the meteor that fell in Russia, we have learned something that's pretty important, which is they don't have to make an actual physical impact to hurt us. So now we know that even the small meteors can be dangerous to us as well as the large ones. And so if a large meteor does make its way to Earth one day, the idea of just blowing it up is out of the question, especially with nuclear weapons, because blowing up a large rock in space with nuclear weapons will just end up resulting in little teeny-weeny pieces of rock that end up becoming radioactive, and that's not really any more helpful. So when you get away from movies and sci-fi shows, the best thing to do if a large meteor does come into contact with the Earth is to just nudge it out of the way rather than just blowing it up before it hits us. So meteors, they may be pretty objects to hold, but they do have a sting in their tail. But luckily, as we learn more about them, we can learn how to lower the danger level that these things pose to us in space, whether they are large objects or just small little cruising rocks coming into our atmosphere. So meteors may be pretty objects to hold, but they do have a sting in their tail. But luckily, as we learn more about them, we can bits that still increase the danger.